Guys, and welcome back to another video on my channel. If you saw last week's video, then you know that this week's video is going to be another one on the shorter side, and that's just because I was away 2 weeks ago and I didn't really have much time to research a new topic. So today's video is going to be a cryptid that I started researching and was really interested in before I realized that there wasn't as much information as I would have liked, but I do have all of the information saved, so I thought that this would be the perfect time to share a shorter video that I still think would be very interesting. Also, I do just need to apologize because I know this video is late. That is also just because I was away last week or 2 weeks ago, and last week I was just spending time kind of getting back on track because my vacation put me in vacation mode and I had a really hard time getting out of that. So with that all being said, let's get right into today's video. So today we're going to be talking about creatures known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers, which are also known by some people as the Fresno aliens. And I'm really excited to dive into this one because I feel like I haven't done any alien cryptid type cases in quite a while. I know I did camera heads a little while ago, a couple weeks ago, but this is like a genuine cryptid case, so I'm excited to get into this one with you guys. This all started with a man by the name of Jose, and that's all we know. We don't know his last name, we just know that his name is Jose, and at this time he was living in southern Fresno, California. He set up these security cameras facing his front yard of his family home just to kind of keep an eye on things, I guess, to see if there were any strange people or things like that lurking on his property. The same reason anybody would set up security cameras, I would assume. And he set these up and just installed them in his house and planned on just leaving them there for safety purposes. And then one night in 2007, shortly after he had set these cameras up, his dog started barking towards the front yard of the home. This obviously woke up Jose, who was very tired and didn't really want to slag all the way down to the front door or the front property of his home, so he just decided at this point that he was going to check the camera footage. And when he did, that is when he saw something absolutely shocking. He saw lurking in his front yard these two creatures that he had never seen before and definitely couldn't identify. He was absolutely terrified by the sighting of these creatures, and he was so scared actually that the next day he decided to reach out to a paranormal investigator by the name of Victor Camacho. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. He reached out to Victor in hopes of getting some answers of what these creatures were and where they came from. However, after Victor wasn't able to give him the answers that he wanted, Victor then released these videotapes to the local news networks just to see if anybody else had any idea what these creatures could be. Jose again had saw these creatures in his yard and reached out to Victor in 2007, but the videos were not aired on the news networks until 2010. The videos that were aired and the videos that we have seen today are very, very, very bad quality. I will obviously insert them in this video, and that is because the videos are videotapes of the original video. So the original video is a VHS, somebody put that in their TV and then filmed the TV with a camera. So obviously the video is extremely grainy and just terrible, terrible quality, like absolutely awful. But sadly, there is no way to get the original footage because Jose ended up sadly passing away shortly after he sent these videos off to Victor. As far as I know and as far as I could find, his death had nothing to do with these creatures, so I'm assuming that he passed away by natural causes. But it definitely does add to the mystery factor of this creature. It's said that after this incident took place, Jose was so badly traumatized by seeing these creatures in his yard that he even started to have trouble leaving his own home. But obviously, after these videos aired and more people became aware of these creatures, people tried to debunk it or prove whether this was fake or it was some kind of prank or anything like that. But the thing about this is Jose really didn't gain anything from this. He didn't want even people to know his last name, his name, where he lived, where this took place, anything like that. He really wanted to keep it on the DL. So if this was some kind of stunt, what would be the point of even doing it? He didn't gain absolutely anything from it whatsoever. The Fresno Nightcrawlers are said to be relatively small, standing about 1.5 meters tall, with majority of their height and body coming from their legs. They are said to have a very small upper body, and the creature is extremely thin and white in color. Although these creatures are known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers, the next sighting, I guess, that we're going to be talking about was actually spotted in Yosemite National Park. There's another creature that I will also be mentioning in today's video, and that is known as the Carmel area creature. This creature is very, very similar to the Fresno Nightcrawlers. This creature is described as being tall and gray with no arms and kind of like muscular legs. It, like the Fresno Nightcrawler, is bipedal and walks in a very weird manner with its knees bending backwards. The reason I'm mentioning this is because many people believe that this creature and the Fresno Nightcrawler are related due to their similarities in appearance. So we'll be talking about both creatures and encounters with both of these creatures in the next part of the video. Another thing to quickly mention about both of these creatures is that they seem to travel in pairs of 2. The next sighting of the Fresno Nightcrawlers, like I mentioned, were spotted in Yosemite National Park, and whoever spotted these creatures also caught it on camera. In this video, you can see 2 of these creatures, yet again, and they are caught on a security camera, and one of these creatures is very tiny, standing less than half a meter tall. You can see the creature's feet in the camera footage, and you can also see this like webbing that seems to be connecting its lower body to its upper body. And then this creature was spotted for a 3rd time in Portland. And when it was in Portland, this was caught on like this handheld type camera, and you can only see the creature for a split second, but for the split second that you can see it, it does seem to resemble the same creatures that were caught in the last 2 videos. It's funny to me that this creature is known as the Fresno Nightcrawlers, as they were only seen in Fresno 1 time, and the rest they were seen, you know, in other places. And it's also very, very strange that every single time they're spotted, they're caught on camera. Like I mentioned, I'm going to briefly brush over the Carmel area creature, which was spotted on December 12th, 2014 by a Marine and his wife. They were driving up a hill when they saw this really slender creature that was standing at about 7 feet tall and appeared to be gray in color. Since this time, this creature has been dubbed the Carmel area creature. The couple was quoted saying, "We recently bought a place in the Fort Hill area in southeast Highland County. We first noticed after about 30 days of living here that we suddenly have a perfect circle that stays fresh green no matter what weather in our front yard. On Friday night, the 12th, we were driving home after turning on Carmel Road, which leads to our road. We went around the curve by the Carmel Church and then ended up a small incline, and approximately 10 feet over the incline and in front of our truck, the alien ran across the road and into the woods." There are a lot of other stories of people coming forward saying that they saw the Carmel area creature, so I'm planning on doing a full video on that to kind of follow up with today's video, and these 2 videos will go hand in hand, so you can expect to see the Carmel area creature video in the next few weeks. It won't be my next video, but it will be the one after that. But yeah, a lot of people come forward saying that they saw the Carmel area creature, which again really does resemble a larger version of the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Due to the similarities between the 2 cryptids, even though they are 2 completely different cryptids, it does beg the question whether or not they could be related or even the same species. The speculation of what the Fresno Nightcrawlers could be is pretty standard of what people usually come forward speculating what other cryptids similar to the Nightcrawlers could be. People have come forward thinking that they're aliens, and again, the people who were talking about the Carmel area creature refer to it as an alien. People sometimes refer to the Fresno Nightcrawlers as the Fresno aliens, so that seems to be something that's pretty prevalent, and that is something that I also think is a very big possibility with a lot of these cryptids. And if you've watched a lot of my other cryptid videos, then you would know that I do strongly believe that a lot of these cryptid creatures could be extraterrestrials. And then, like any other cryptid, people like to come forward trying to kind of debunk them, saying that they think that this is just a person walking funny and wearing a very large pair of pants, which to me seems pretty ridiculous. But the cryptid, the Fresno Nightcrawlers, do remind me of that episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin or I guess like Peter Griffin's aunt, is just like legs. I'll try and insert a picture of it here, but that is kind of what this cryptid reminds me of, which is kind of funny, but this cryptid is very, very creepy. People have also speculated that this could just be some kind of deer standing upright, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. And people have also speculated that it is some kind of puppet or something like that that was created by a person to kind of mess with other people. Another interesting theory about this specific cryptid that a lot of people have speculated is that this could be some kind of new species, and that is why it is seen all over California and not just in Fresno, which I think also, again, same with the alien thing, could be a very possible explanation for a lot of these cryptid creatures. They're either extinct creatures that aren't actually extinct and there are just few of them around, or they're these new species that hasn't been discovered yet but is becoming more, I guess, around residential areas or areas where people would be due to overpopulation and things along those lines. I don't know why, but I had so much trouble filming today's video, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, because that is going to bring us to the end of today's video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below what you'd like to see in my future videos, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you don't miss any future videos from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.